Okay, so now we're ready to start adding some questions to our survey. Over on the right, we have a menu, and I'm going to hit plus, and that's going to open up a new question. Notice the default is to multiple choice, but the first thing I want to know is the name of the person that is filling this in. And before I even finish typing my question, you can see that question type has magically been updated to anticipate that this is a short answer. So it automatically changed that for me. So name of parent or guardian. Okay, and so now that is a short answer um, response, and I want to make sure that everybody gives me their name, and so I'm going to slide required over to turn that required function on. Okay, and you know what? There may be more than one parent involved, so I'm going to say this is the number one parent or guardian. And then if I want to know if there's a second, all I have to do is simply duplicate, saving myself some time, and now ask for the name of the number two parent or guardian. Okay, notice that I'm not going to make this one required because there may not be a second parent involved. The difference in these two questions now, if you see, there's a little red asterisk next to name of parent number one. So I have to have at least one name. Now, there's no asterisk here, meaning a parent could submit this form and leave this blank with no effect. This one, they would not be able to submit unless there's something filled in, hence the name required. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is I want to know when's the best time of day to contact. So I've already got that question built just to save some time from watching me type everything, but I'm going to put that back in edit mode. This is a multiple choice grid question. So I've listed all the days. Ooh, that did not look right. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so I've listed all the days of the week. If I wanted to add Saturday or Sunday, I could just simply do that. And then I could also add additional columns if I needed to, but AM, PM, let's just say do not call. Okay, and then I want to make sure that I get an answer here, so I could require a response for each row, but I could also select the three vertical dots and say I want to limit that to one selection per column. So they can't tell me AM and do not call. It's got to be one or the other, but I think I'm going to leave that one off. Okay, so let's take a look at what that looks like from the parent's perspective, just to make sure that that multiple choice grid is what I expect it to look like. So I'm going to come up here to the preview, and now this is what a parent actually sees when they go to fill in. Parent volunteers, the asterisk tells them that this is required. So I need an email address and I need a name, and then here is that option 4, and it did require one per I'm just going to put in something silly here and see if it lets me submit. And it did. It says it must be a valid email address. So I will give a valid email address. Okay. And then this tells me this question requires one response per row. So that tells me I do have to say don't call me on Saturday or Sunday, but any other time during the week. It's not circled in red anymore, so I know that's good to go. Okay. The next thing I probably should do is make sure that I have a phone number. So let's go back up here to parent guardian number 1. I'm going to add another question, And I'm going to make that say best number to reach you. That's a question. It anticipated that it would not be multiple choice, and so it went ahead and made that a short answer. And I want to duplicate that because I want to know about parent guardian number 2. All right, so I don't want those to be back to back. I want to put them in the right order. So notice at the top of this question, I have 6 little dots, and when I hover over it, the crosshairs tell me that I can click and drag and just drag it under the question that I want. Now, for parent guardian number 1, I should make it required. Parent guardian number 2, we don't know that there is one for sure, so neither of these are going to be required. Again, if I want to find out what I want to keep my required ones with my required, I'm going to drag this one back up and put it underneath the best time to reach parent guardian number 1 because that one is required. And I'm going to duplicate it and drag it under parent guardian number 2. And now I'm going to preview this form one more time. I'm looking for the email address, parent guardian number 1, best time to reach you, parent guardian 1, best time to contact you. Parent guardian number 2, best number, best time to reach. Okay, that makes sense.